Hey there, it's Kevin and Lisa Cahill with REALean, the real estate franchise brand, and we're out for our morning walk, and we're going to continue the conversation on gross commission, the money that you pay your real estate broker. And it's sort of in lockstep with what we do at REALean. We charge lower fees, and our franchisees charge buyers and sellers, or that is to say, they charge home sellers lower fees, and they offer credits back to buyers and help people keep more of their hard-earned equity. And it's fun as we're out on our morning walk. We're just going to be talking anyway, so we may as well just turn on the camera and record some of our thoughts. We're talking about our book, REALean. I'm sorry, yeah, our company's REALean. Our book is Gross Commission, one of the books that we've got coming out. Another one is going to be called Real Estate Rule Book. And in that one, we're going to be talking about the rules that really you can't get around in terms of buying or selling a home. But gross commission is talking about the money that you pay your real estate broker when you're selling your home. And that's what real estate brokers call that income. They call it gross commission or gross commission income, or GCI. And real estate agents keep track of their GCI throughout the year. But actually, real estate agents don't typically keep track of their GCI. They typically keep track of their net commission income, the money that they keep after they pay their own broker. And that's the money that shows up on what is that, 1099 or?
Yes.
And so
Tax form at the end of the year, what the broker has essentially paid them on their own transaction.
Correct. So that's the net commission. What your agent actually keeps is the net commission. What your agent received in total is called the gross commission. And of course, gross meaning ooh, icky. That's just sort of funny. But no matter what, if you're a store and you sell widgets and you sell 100 of them for $1, you had $100 of revenue. That's not your profit, that's your gross income. And same thing with real estate agents. They might sell a $200,000 home, and the seller paid gross commission of 6%. That would be on a $200,000 home. That'd be what, $12,000 of gross, $12,000 of gross commission on a $200,000 home sale. And a really important part to bear in mind is that the gross commission might be 6% or maybe 5% or maybe 6% plus some junk fees, whatever that is. That 6% is based on your sales price. But when you look at the equity that people have, because most people, typically most people have a home mortgage that needs to be paid off at the closing. So that $12,000 might be a sizable chunk of their actual equity. So we're talking about that, and Lisa, you wanted to talk about how sometimes we've seen buyer's agents charge the sellers an additional fee.
Yeah, and I know they have to disclose this, and I'm not sure how they get by with it, but we had a transaction where it went in multiple offers. It was priced well.
Oh yeah, that was a good home.
And after the property went under contract, there was home inspections and there was different things going on, and the real estate agent on the other side came back to us, and he said to us, oh, well, the buyers feel like they paid too much for this house as it is.
Well, it was in multiple offers and they got it, but they didn't pay more than $100.
Yeah, they beat
somebody else by $100.
Yeah. So, when we ended up after closing, we were taking a look at actually we got a closing statement before closing so that we could review it for our seller client.
Right.
And we noticed that this agent had tacked on an extra
1%.
1% on there. So it was a $230,000 home, so it was $2,300 he tacked on. Well, no wonder they thought they paid too much, because they paid market, and then this
Plus
real
1%.
This real estate agent felt like he wasn't being paid enough, which he was being paid $5,600 as it was, and he just felt like he needed an extra $2,300.
Yeah.
So he just tacked that on, and I can't believe he got away with it. I guess the people felt like
I guess he was probably paid $4,600, not $5,600, but $4,600.
okay.
Because we were offering 2% to the cooperating agent.
Okay, so $4,600 wasn't enough for him. So, which that's a lot of money for.
A lot of money. A lot of people work really hard each month for that much money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money already. So they were, of course, the market was what they paid. So then when you pay extra fees, you are already upside down in that house, because there are fees, and the rule of thumb is, back a long time ago before everything happened in '06, the rule of thumb was it took an average of 5 years for you to recoup your loan costs and your closing costs when you did a real estate transaction. When you refinanced or you bought something that you pretty much knew you were going to have to hang on to that house an average of 5 years,
right,
so that you could again sell it and be able to come out clean with it.
Not a bad rule of thumb.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you've got a real estate agent that tacks on $2,300, well, now how long are you going to have to hang on to that house before you can come out clean with it?
And for a lot of people, the average homeowner, according to National Association of Realtors annual surveys, the typical home seller has lived in that home anywhere from 7 to 11 years on average. So most people are able to have the benefit of appreciation over time. They pay down their principal on their mortgage. The market has a natural appreciation, but also people might update their home, redo the kitchen, redo the bathrooms, whatever, and help enhance the value of the home too. So 7 to 11 years is a lot of time to recover those transactional costs.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And some costs you can't get around. You have to have your title insurance. You have to record the deed at the county.
Of course.
And there's different things that you're not going to ever get around.
You got documentary taxes.
Yes.
Stamp taxes, those types of things.
We've got a favorite real estate author and trainer, and she sent an email the other day, and she said, her goal is to educate real estate agents and have them be excellent and
right,
ethical. And she said, real estate agents have this reputation of being hucksters, and I love that word, huckster.
That's a hilarious
and I'm going to start
word.
using that all the time, but it's true, because I'm a CPA. I come from the most highly regarded industry.
Yeah, I believe that CPAs are amongst the most trusted
yes, they are.
of professionals, even more so than doctors and attorneys.
Yeah, so I come from this industry where I'm highly regarded and trusted, and I start selling real estate and I'm treated like a huckster, and it just and I'm like, why is this? Well, now I'm figuring it out.
Yep.
And our brokerage is created to create a community of real estate agents of excellent that charge fair prices.
Sure.
That
empowered.
They're empowered. They're excellence. They're
highly competent,
learning based, and looking out for the best interests of their clients. When you're a CPA, you look out for your client above yourself.
Yeah, it's called fiduciary relationship.
Yeah,
and real estate agents in many states, though not all states and not Florida, but Ohio, where I started my career, real estate agents are fiduciaries there too.
Okay, good.
And there are very few industries where the practitioners are fiduciaries of their clients, and fiduciary simply means that you have to put the client's interests ahead of your own always. And Florida is a transaction brokerage state, And so fiduciary relationships are an optional relationship that consumers can enter in Florida, but the default is transaction brokerage, which lacks that fiduciary element.
Yes, you're working.
You know, we had another transaction just recently that closed. It was Donald's, where it was a really nice, cute condo, went very quickly, and at the closing, when we got the settlement statement in advance, a cute dog, we
Uh-oh, he's following us. Okay, she got it.
good. That's a cute dog. Anyway, so Donald's condo goes under contract. The closing statement comes along. We were reviewing it, and we noticed that the buyer's agent charged the buyer $600 additional fee, which
And that's what we would call a junk fee.
total junk fee.
Because what was it for?
We don't know.
Just to
It was
hand
just
over to the
additional
broker.
profit for the broker.
Yeah, it was the broker. And, you know, I'm not blaming the real estate agents for aligning themselves with brokers that behave this way just to earn a buck.
You know, it's
But,
just
you know, they think they need these big names, and I honestly don't believe that the consumers really value that.
I agree.
So the agents are trapping themselves in this system of, I have to affiliate with this and that, and it's really just, to me, from the background I come from, I just see dollars of equity vaporizing into thin air
Well,
under this system.
one of the things that I've always loved about real estate sales is that it is about the cleanest free market system. You know, real estate agents, real estate brokerages can charge as much as they want or as little as they want, and let the market decide how successful they're going to be. And they're, you know, I'm thankful that it's not overly regulated. The fees are by law completely negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there are antitrust issues involved where you cannot be colluding to overcharge consumers, which is all fine. Agents are going to charge what they can get away with, and I find that highly offensive. And I find it unethical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're a home seller and your fee is 6% plus a junk fee of $350, or you're working with buyers and you have a $595 fee, well, look, if the market will pay you that, God bless you, that's all good. But if the market won't pay you that, you obviously need to adapt. What I find problematical as a real estate professional is if you charge people a little bit extra profit, that $350, $295, $315, $595, all these junk fees that we're seeing, I think you shoot yourself in the foot for the referral business.
Oh yeah, the consumers know, just like me. I remember from 5 or 6 years ago how much I paid.
Yeah.
And I did pay on top of the, I think I paid exactly around $36,000
Yeah,
to get my home sold. On top of that, they charged me some $295 fee on top of that. And I had
Correct.
a sign that I'd pay it, and I'm like, well,
up front, you're agreeing to that upfront
yeah.
fee.
And I guess, you know, back then, there was no other way to sell your home.
Well, and the interesting thing is, most people, if they like a real estate agent, if they were referred to a particular real estate agent, they're not really going to shop around and talk to 6 or 7 real estate agents. Statistically, 80% of consumers talk with one real estate agent and then settle on that real estate agent and get going on the process of buying or selling.
Typically, yeah. And
About another, if I may, I'll just finish that thought, 12% or so talk to, no, it might be 8%, talk to 2 agents. So you've got an 88% chance that you're the only agent or you're competing against one other agent. Cute little cat right there.
Taco.
So anyway, that's all part of our morning walk. So, you know, there's really only about a 10 to 12% chance as a real estate agent that you're competing against more than 2 agents. It's highly unlikely, and statistically most people talk to one real estate agent and that's it. So they're going to encounter these fees, but they like the real estate agent, or they're going to encounter these fees, but this was a referral from their boss, or this is the boss's wife, or
Oh yeah.
or you know, my sister's got a real estate license. And
We've got a current client that we helped them sell their. They had 2 condos that were worth between $80,000 and $90,000. You know, $85,000, say, their little 1-bedroom condo, and we helped them sell those. And we're okay with that. We charge less, and we help them with these small condos, and we really like the people. And
great people.
then they told us, you know, we have a $400,000 house that we're gonna need to sell. The lease is up on our tenants, and we want to get it spruced up, and we want to sell it. Well, we went over there, did the market analysis, and did all the work, and they said that their next door neighbor.
Well, we got the listing.
Well, of course, we got the listing, did the work for it. Their next door neighbor pops up, and she's a realtor, and she said,
Sold them the house.
yeah, and she kept, you know, bugging them all on the way. Oh, when are you going to be selling blah blah? When are you going to be selling blah blah? Of course, she didn't want to bother with the $85,000 condos.
No, and she wasn't going to charge them a lower fee.
No, she wasn't going to charge them. You know, that's friends of yours.
Your neighbor's going to charge you as much as
I don't
she
have
can
to
get
worry
away
about
with.
getting beaten down on my price, because they're not going to ask me, well, you know, they listed with us because, you know, 2% of 400,000, that's $8,000.
Yep.
You know, that's a lot of money.
For a lot of people, $8,000 is a month or 2 of cushion.
Yeah, it was for them. It was a lot of money for them.
Absolutely.
Because
Well, let's close up this longer video, and we'll talk with you again soon. Thank you so much for paying attention, and of course let us know if any way we can ever help you. Have a great day.